Hey, welcome to the Sports Reverends podcast, our first podcast of 2020, and we got a lot of sports content to get through tonight. If you don't know, my name is Dan.
And you know my name's Drew.
And we are
the Sports Reverends.
All right, Drew, let's get into it. First thing on slate tonight is the NHL All-Star Weekend that's coming up in January 25th, 26th. There's the news that's out that's kind of now growing. Last year there was one player that sat out. Now there's already two players that have signed up to sit out. Give me some of your thoughts on these players and a couple of other comments that are going around the league and what that kind of sends the message out to the fans.
Well, I think some of these players are just losing sight of the fact that these All-Star weekends, these All-Star games are really for the fans, and they're wanting to take time off, rest up. But I don't know. I don't think it's as big of a deal as people are making it. Like, if people don't want to go, I understand it. Like, some of these guys have families and stuff, but you know, if it's for the fans, I've gone back and forth on it. I'm talking myself in circles now. But how do you feel about it?
If I'm Alexander Ovechkin, like, I got a lot of mileage under my legs. Like, you got to take this time to take care of your body. It's all about Stanley Cups for him at this point. I understand it. It's not like the NBA where it's like, you know, I'm going to rest every back-to-back for every All-Star possible. This is All-Star weekend, right? It's meaningless at the end of the day. I think I'm for it. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I get it. Everyone's going through injuries at this point of the year, like, but the NHL All-Star game isn't a strenuous game to get through. Like, they're playing 3-on-3, hardly any contact. But yeah, I get it. Like, injuries can happen anywhere, and yeah. So if they want to sit out, I think that's their choice. But on the other hand, you do have the fans to think about, and they want to see the best players out there.
Yeah, they don't want it to become like NFL Pro Bowl where no one cares about it.
Right.
I get that. Right now it's only, Ovechkin?
And Marc-Andre Fleury.
And who is the guy?
Dylan Larkin.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan Larkin, I don't even know if he got voted in, but he was up for the fan vote, and he basically came out and said that I'd rather you guys not vote me in. I'd rather have the weekend off, which sort of rubs some people the wrong way. Like, it sort of sounds like he's ungrateful for the idea that he could be an all-star.
Mm-hmm.
But
it should be an honor, right? That's what it should be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe the NHL has to do a better job of compensating the players that get there. I know the NBA does a decent job, but if you want to see more out of them, probably have to compensate them more, right? Make it worth their time.
Well, I know they started giving out, I think they've got $1 million to the winning team of the tournament.
Yeah.
But maybe that's not enough for some of these all-stars. I don't know.
Some of these big-time guys, yeah.
We're not in that price range yet.
No, not yet. Well, this brings up the content of which All-Star weekend for the four major sports is your favorite and why?
I'm a big baseball fan. I love the home run derby. I like what they've done to it to improve it with the timed rounds. You get 4 minutes to hit as many home runs as you can.
Yeah.
Instead of the 10 outs. I like it. And the game, even though they took away winner gets home field advantage, I still think it's a good showcase. Baseball, you can't fake. Like, you can't really go through the motions in baseball.
Right.
Any other game, like basketball, there's no defense being played. Hockey, there's no defense being played. Football's the worst. But baseball is still, you're pitching 90, 95 miles an hour. You're trying to hit it. You're still trying to make defensive plays.
Yeah.
And I think it's the truest form of the game when you get to an All-Star game.
Yeah, I like that. And how fun was the home run derby? Like, it was Vladdy versus. Do you remember?
This past year?
Yeah, this past year.
I don't remember who was in it. I know Vladdy was in it though.
Vladdy finished second, but he stole the show, like, because he was just bombing them, and like it was just that was fun to watch.
So, and I love to watch. I love to watch during the home run derbies, like the guys out on the field, like going crazy for their teammates and stuff. Like that's cool to watch. And sometimes like they have their dads throwing the balls to them. Like
that's pretty cool.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's special. Well, for me, it's always been NBA All-Star Weekend. I think the All-Star Sunday is probably the most boring day of the whole weekend, but the Friday and Saturday I look forward to every year. The rookies and sophomores of the world versus the rookies and sophomores of Team USA is always a fun game. I love also the not the celebrity game, but I love the 3-point contest on Saturday and the skills competition. The dunk competition is hit or miss, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Zion to come back, so I'm assuming next year we'll see a Zion dunk comp, which will be just legendary.
Hopefully he doesn't pull a LeBron, though.
Yeah, well, I don't think he will. He's too special of a dunker. He's just got it in him, eh? So, I think there's definitely changes that need to be made for that NBA All-Star Weekend. They're tossing around ideas of a one-on-one tournament, which would be like super cool. But I doubt the guys we want to see go into it because like you just have so much to lose in a one-on-one tournament. You could get crossed up easily, and that's going to be on the internet forever.
Well, even if they went to like with the big three now becoming a cool league, like doing that half-court 3-on-3 sort of thing, that would be kind of cool. Sort of what the NHL's doing.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And honestly, that works so well for basketball. So
yeah, because everyone's played that, right? Like growing up, you've played half court, 3-on-3, whatever.
Add the 4-point shot like they do in the Big Three.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. No, I like that idea. All we know is that the Pro Bowl is the worst.
Yeah, we can agree on that.
Just horrible. What do you think of like NHL All Star is okay as well? I just think it's poorly advertised. Like.
I think everything in NHL is poorly advertised.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't even like Connor McDavid's one of the best young athletes in any sport, and I don't think a basketball fan or a football fan would be able to tell you that.
Yeah, couldn't even tell you what he looks like, which is like crazy.
Yeah. Well, baseball is the same problem too. Like they don't advertise their stars. Like no one knows who Mike Trout is.
Yeah.
Even though he's on pace to be one of the best baseball players of all time.
True. Let's jump into the meat and potatoes that's coming up. The NFL divisional weekend. We had some big games coming up. Vikings, 49ers on Saturday, as well as Tennessee, Baltimore. And Sunday's Texans and Chiefs, Seattle, Green Bay. This is crazy, Drew. Yeah. What game are you most excited for?
Well, I'm a Green Bay fan, and I think it's going to be a good game. I think the Green Bay Seahawks is probably going to be the most tightly contested game of the four. My heart says Green Bay, but Russell Wilson is special. So
he is, but so is Aaron Rodgers.
He is.
Aaron Rodgers is a bad man.
And Green Bay's way healthier. But yeah, my heart says Green Bay, but my brain is just can't get off Seahawks.
There's so much there. Like Marshawn Lynch is back, which is like so fun.
And Pete Carroll says he's going to have a bigger role this week.
It's going to be a snow-filled stadium. They're hiring people for $12 an hour to shovel right now at Lambeau Field.
I'd sign up for that.
Exactly. Hey, that's going to be so fun. I love that. I think every game, like you said, is going to be good. But I'm looking forward to Texans Chiefs. I think this quarterback comparison, Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, both teams are so elevated because of the quarterbacks. It's pretty good comparison, actually.
Same draft, right?
I believe so. No. Watson was a bit before Mahomes. I think. We'll double check that. But Texans Chiefs, that's going to be so good. I think I'm taking the Chiefs to beat the Texans because I'm a big time Patrick Mahomes guy. I think he's the best quarterback skill wise in these playoffs. And I'm just excited for that matchup. The return of J.J. Watt last week, like how impactful was he on the defensive end, making huge plays, and it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one for sure. So I said it. I chose Patrick Mahomes as my QB. Who is your... Why don't you rank the QBs of top to bottom? No, bottom to top of the playoff quarterbacks that are still playing.
From top to bottom or bottom to top?
Bottom to top.
All right. Well, at the bottom, I got Kirk Cousins. Just because he hasn't shown up in big games. Like last week was his biggest win, and it took a blown call at the end. I think that was should have been offensive pass interference. But so Kirk Cousins. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is next, so you got battle of the two lowest there, I think.
Okay.
Ryan Tannehill. And then you got a bunch of really good quarterbacks.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but I think if we're talking about this point in their careers.
Yeah, this point in their careers. That's right now.
Yeah, I'd go Watson, Rodgers, Mahomes, Jackson, and then I got Russell Wilson as my best quarterback.
Wow. That's wild. I definitely agree with you. Kirk Cousins is the bottom of the barrel. He's such a stat stuffer, too. We'll see how he actually does.
Even when he was in Washington, his team was down and he got to throw the ball all game long.
Exactly. So I think he's the bottom of the barrel. I probably will take Tannehill next, even though he's been playing unreal. I just think I'm going Jimmy Garoppolo after him because I think just this whole Jimmy Garoppolo has a track record of winning. Tannehill doesn't. I know the situations. Obviously, him being in Miami makes a difference, but Garoppolo's when he's healthy, he's winning. So I'm going Garoppolo as my third bottom. I'm probably going Deshaun Watson next. After that is Aaron Rodgers, that bad man. Aaron Rodgers, I'm just saying only because he's 36. Before, if this was like 3 years ago, he's number one. But he's dropped, I think. Talent-wise, then I'm going with Lamar Jackson. Okay? Lamar Jackson. Then Russell Wilson, second.
Wow.
And Patrick Mahomes, number one, like I said. Because Patrick Mahomes to me is like Aaron Rodgers, but like more. So that's how I feel. That's what I'm going with.
To clarify my putting Russell Wilson at the top.
Yeah.
I'm saying purely you have to look at the talent around them too, right?
Sure.
So if we wanted to put any of these quarterbacks with the weapons that the Chiefs have, who would we think would? Because look at the weapons that Russell Wilson has. He has Tyler Lockett, who probably on any other team wouldn't be a top receiver for sure. That's his only real weapon. Metcalf stepped up in the last couple of weeks, but I see why you said Mahomes. I see why you said Mahomes, but look at the weapons Mahomes has to work with.
Can I tell you the balance, though? The balance is that the Chiefs have a horrible defense. Clearly the worst.
So does Green Bay.
Green Bay's defense is better than the Chiefs, though.
Seattle's defense bad, too.
Okay.
They have Bobby Wagner.
They can't be that bad. All these defenses can't be that bad. But the Chiefs' defense is clearly the worst, is it not? Green Bay's corners are good, and they've invested a lot into their defense over the last years.
Yeah, but
this year.
they haven't played well. They played well the first week. And everyone was like, oh, Green Bay's defense is so good.
Well, they picked up Aaron Rodgers a bit too. Come on, you're not giving them enough credit. Aaron Rodgers hasn't had a great year in Aaron Rodgers standard.
Yeah, but I didn't put Aaron Rodgers at the top of my list.
I know, I'm just saying their defenses has helped.
I'm talking about Russell Wilson.
I know, and I think Seattle's defense is pretty good too. They're always pretty good.
They're not. They're good by reputation. They're not that good this year.
I think their run defense isn't the greatest, but everything else is good.
Can you name one of their corners?
Well, that's like hard to say for like lots of teams.
See,
but I know the Packers corners are good, but I can't name them because they're young.
Jair Alexander.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's go to this then. Okay, who's winning each game?
All right, you start. I started the last one.
Okay. So divisional weekend Saturday, we got Vikings 49ers.
I like our first pick here.
I'm going with the Vikings.
Yes.
After we just trashed Kirk Cousins, I'm going with the Vikings because of one guy. His name is Dalvin Cook. And he's an absolute beast. He's healthy. Jimmy Garoppolo has to do a lot more for his team, and they're less talented, I think, offensive weapons-wise. And I'm not a Jimmy G fan at all. So let's go Dalvin Cook, run it down their throats. 49ers have a great pass defense, but not a good run defense. Vikings, that's my biggest probably pick of the day.
Yeah.
Baltimore is probably going to beat Tennessee. I think it's going to be close. If Tennessee can control the pace of the game, keep Lamar Jackson off the field, then they have a shot. Although Lamar Jackson hasn't proved it in the playoffs. So we'll see if is he going to be a regular season quarterback, or does he have that clutch gene in him? But I think they pull out, they beat Tennessee. I got the Chiefs over the Texans. Like I ranted and raved about Patrick Mahomes already. And then I got the Seattle Seahawks over your Packers because they're better because of Russell Wilson. That's my picks. What you got, Drew?
Picks. Well, I'm doing the same thing you did with the first game. I think Minnesota pulls it out.
That's why we're the sports reverends.
Yeah, and I've got the exact same reasons you have. Dalvin Cook is a beast, and he will run it down their throat all day long. Tennessee, Baltimore, same thing. I got Baltimore. I'd love to see Tennessee pull it out. Derrick Henry ran all over New England.
Oh, I think cheering for Tennessee.
Oh yeah, we're all. I think cheering for Tennessee, but Baltimore's going to win.
Yeah.
I'll pick Houston over Kansas City.
Woo! I like it. Deshaun
is a proven winner. College.
Clutch.
This does depend on Will Fuller if he's playing. I think they need that second weapon to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll take my Packers over Seahawks, but I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, Drew, I wanted to get your opinion. I think your opinion would be really cool on this because we're talking about one of your ex-coaches for the Packers. He's now my coach for the Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy. And tell me your thoughts on the Mike McCarthy hiring for the Cowboys. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you think Mike McCarthy was part of the success of Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay?
It's sort of a meh move by the Cowboys. I wanted them to go in a different direction. I thought bringing in a college coach with those new college offenses would be what would help the Cowboys. Like, they have all the weapons in the world to use.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them get a bit more creative in their play calling, and that was the thing that Aaron Rodgers had against McCarthy,
right,
was that he wasn't adapting to these new offenses, wasn't giving the creativity to the offense. But if Mike McCarthy said he's on board with analytics and all that kind of stuff, we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I just think this is a classic move by Jerry Jones where he wants to hire a coach that isn't going to get the praise if they start winning. Jerry Jones wants it to be about Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to coach. We've seen it before with these big time coaches that come into Dallas. He doesn't get along with them because they get all the praise. And I think that's what he's doing here. He's having a coach where he can tell him what to do. And yeah, we'll see how it goes though.
Yeah, like originally I was thinking like, I would love a young college coach that's, going to bring in a breath of fresh air. Then I was also thinking like, at least with McCarthy, he automatically, because of his resume, will have the locker room on his side. He has a Super Bowl under his belt. Between him and Jerry, they have Super Bowls now. And maybe moving forward, it just seems to me they're in a win now phase. McCarthy's never had this talented of a roster, I think. Obviously, he doesn't have Aaron Rodgers, but at that time, Green Bay wasn't spending the money to put enough around Aaron Rodgers, including a defense. Definitely not a run game. And now McCarthy has it all, right? To me, the Cowboys roster's excellent. They're going to have to fill in a few pieces over this offseason, like every team. But I think I'm hopeful, and anything is an upgrade from Jason Garrett, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
This could have been, we should have been having this conversation like last year at this time. Like, oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. Okay, last football thing, Tom Brady. What do you think's happening with Tom Brady now? Is he going to retire? He's playing another season. Is he going to be with the Patriots or with another team?
I just can't imagine him with another team. So if he does come back, I think he'll sign a 1 year to come back with the Patriots. It would be interesting to see him with somebody else, but I just don't see that happening.
You don't see it happening, eh? Well, he had to go around Coach Belichick to Robert Kraft to get Jimmy Garoppolo out of there. Because, Belichick wanted Garoppolo in there. He wanted him to take over, but Brady said he wasn't done. And obviously it's worked out pretty decently. He won a Super Bowl. So I don't know. To me, I think it'd be foolish for the Patriots to let him walk. But I think if they let him walk, he's going to play still. And he's going to find a situation that if he had talent around him, his numbers would have been I think night and day compared to this last year. The talent that was around him this year is just horrible. The one game he had with Antonio Brown, he looked like the Tom Brady that of old, basically. That kid is more than a game manager. He's not where he was, obviously, but he's better than a game manager, that's for sure. So I would like to see Tom Brady on a different team just to show that he still would have been Tom Brady, like the level of Tom Brady without Bill Belichick. There's so much praise to Bill Belichick, and I'm just not a big fan because he is a convicted cheater. So, and over and over again, it's not his. He wasn't a part of the video gate that just happened. Somehow he didn't know about it, but they were caught red-handed. And it's still the organization. They're going to lose picks off it, eh? That's the talk. So that's pretty... But every year it's happening. Every other year there's some big thing. So I don't know. I would like to see Tom Brady on a different team. Actually, I don't really care. I don't like Tom Brady or the Patriots, and I want to see them fall and burn. But that's just emotion. As a fan, as taking emotion out of it, I would like to see Tom Brady as somewhere where he could do well. I don't know.
Yeah, even off the top of my head, putting him with, like, if the Chargers move off Phillip Rivers or
Right.
Tampa Bay moves off of Winston down there, like those weapons they have on both those teams are pretty good.
There's another rumor of Indianapolis moving on from Brissett because they're not 100% happy with him.
Yeah, so I think he did pretty well.
I think Brissett did good too, but
yeah, I'd like to see where Bridgewater goes in the off season. I think he's going to be a good starter. Maybe that's where the Patriots go if they move off of Tom Brady.
That'd be something special. I think Bridgewater was even getting his legs back into it. And he's becoming pretty dynamic.
People forget how good he was in Minnesota, before he got hurt.
He was going to be the next Lamar Jackson, right? He was obviously not that good of a runner as Lamar Jackson. No one will ever be that good of a runner, but he was good. He was good. Okay. NBA talk, Drew. The association. What do you think of the Los Angeles Lakers? Are they primed for a championship run? Can they get through the Clippers?
I think it'd be a great series where it's at. I think depth is where they falter to the Clippers. The Clippers have a deep bench, great defending wings, and when you get to the Lakers bench, there's nothing really special there. There's no Lou Williams on that bench.
True.
So.
Yeah, going past the big two, in the LA Lakers. They when you started the season, they were talking about it being a big three with Kyle Kuzma, but that's definitely not the case. I think the Lakers right now, the Clippers are playing the season the way LeBron used to view it, as literally load managing, waiting for the playoffs, and taking it to the next year. But with one of them out, or with both of them out, the Lakers have no chance. They're not going to win. They're going to drop really big time in the regular season, so they kind of need them to play. I think they know that they can't beat the Clippers. That's why there's so much swirling rumors now about trading Kyle Kuzma. What can you get for Kyle Kuzma? And I don't know what's out there. What can you get for Kyle Kuzma? Maybe that's my next question. If you're going to make some trades, what are you willing to give up, and what can you really get in return that's going to take your team to the next level?
Right.
And I don't know.
I don't know. I guess you're the Lakers fan, but
no, I'm not.
You're not. Okay.
Because of LeBron.
But I think what the Lakers need to get is, I think they need a point guard there.
Yeah.
Because LeBron's been playing most of the point, and if you have him playing point guard all year, he's going to burn out by the end of the year.
I agree.
So I don't know if you can go to Phoenix and get Rubio out of there or something like that. I don't know salary cap wise if you can do that, but that's the type of guy.
Going to win now.
Yeah, Rubio's been playing really well.
Another point guard that can't shoot threes that well.
He can shoot threes now.
He can kind of shoot threes.
Yeah, but
he's respectable. I'm just saying they have Rondo. Yeah, I like Rondo off the bench. I like their bench actually. As a short fill-in, they definitely don't have the firepower, but they definitely need a starting point guard. You're right, and I don't know how you get that.
Yeah, or even go to Minnesota, get one of their point guards. Napier's been playing really well. Jeff Teague, one of those guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
They'd be all for a Kuzma. So
is that worth it for them? I think Kuzma's way better. I'm a Kuzma fan still. I think it's been blown a bit out of proportion how he's done because of his injuries. and his horrible haircut. He's looking like a wannabe Slim Shady, but um, yeah, I think if I'm the Lakers, I would still ride with Kuzma and just give him time and give it time and let it go. And the one point I saw, I saw this. I can't remember where I heard it from, but if the Clippers, wherever they finish in the playoffs, they're gonna have like some really tough series to even get to the Western Conference Final. That's two tough series. And if the Lakers, I think at least will get one pretty much easy series with the first round, I think. So that was their point of, they'll rest in the playoffs while the Clippers rest here. And, maybe that's not a bad strategy. I'm kind of flip-flopping a little bit here. But, yeah, I don't know. Okay, lastly, NBA talk. Who's your MVP right now, regular season?
Oh, I don't even know we're going to talk about this again. Didn't we talk about this last time?
Yeah, but it's a new year and it's been a while. I can go first.
Yeah, go first.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna go with the guy with the best record, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I can't even say his name right. He's just continually improving. He's number one. LeBron's my number two, and you have to give it to LeBron too. He's just been playing out of his mind, and it's pretty impressive at his age. But I got to go with Giannis just because I view winning their best records as a big thing. So I'm taking Giannis, but you can't go wrong with LeBron.
Yeah, those two are definitely up there. I still see Doncic up there in points and assists.
Would you take Doncic over Harden? Harden's getting like 40, almost 40 a game. Like that's also mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, he's almost 10 points above the next guy. Like it's pretty ridiculous. I'm not a James Harden fan. That's my whole thing. But yeah, I'll throw Harden's name in there. Like you took two guys, so
yeah,
I'll put Doncic and Harden up there too.
Yeah, and I think I saw a cool stat. Wilt Chamberlain is the only player to average more points than minutes, and he had 10 more minutes than. So Harden's averaging, I think, 37 minutes and 38 points. Chamberlain was averaging 40-something minutes, and I think it was 48 points a game, which is just ridiculous. So,
wow.
Yeah. So it's that's pretty crazy. Like this is nowadays. Like Harden's pretty ridiculous. All right, Drew. I think we're about to wrap up here. Why don't you give me a little thought about what's going on with you and your sports Reverends life, and then I'll share mine.
Yeah, we're moving into a new year. We're getting geared up. We're still doing our kids programs on Thursday mornings, and we're already gearing up for I know it seems crazy to think about it now, but our summer vacation Bible school program, we're already talking about it. And then coaching hockey, and we're living the life,
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, same on my end. It's just gearing up for the year. Yeah, I'm already thinking of summer camps and all that's going on in downtown, and what's exciting that I'm gonna throw the teaser up for our fans, our many fans.
Yeah.
The teaser of we're gonna be putting together an audio book, I guess it's called, and we don't have a title for it yet, but we have an idea of what we're gonna do. So it's gonna be some pretty cool sports related testimonies, I would say, and stories of different people we know that can relate sports in their stories, and it's going to be pretty cool, I think. And so that's our little teaser that I'm putting out there that is going to be out in the world sooner than later. So
yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So I think that's it, man.
All right.
Here's to another podcast. We're going to be back next week. We're going to go weekly. We're going to make it happen. It's going to happen.
We say that every time, but we're going to do it.
Tuesday. We're gonna talk Tuesday about it because it's gonna be cool to see what happens about divisional weekend in the NFL. I'm excited about that. So
Yeah, watch the 49ers crush the Vikings this weekend.
after our bold picks. Yeah. All right, peace
All
out,
right.
world.
See ya.